Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting session of Trivs at Home. That's right, Trivia at Home. I've called mine Trivs at Home because it was something that just started to catch on when I first started doing these online when, the whole lockdown and quarantines and stuff began way back in March. And Trivs was a name that stuck and it sounds very Australian, which is very much like me. And, I'm getting feedback. I need to... Hang on a second. There we go. Apologies about the feedback. Didn't realize that one of the videos or sound things in the back was not muted. Oh dear, you thought you had everything ready and one thing managed to slip by like a sneaky little ninja. But that's all good. It is sorted now, so apologies for that little random feedback that you guys would have just been getting. But otherwise, everything else should be coming through nicely. There should be sound. Let's throw some welcome music and background music on as well, since I've got the copyright-free tunes as well, and they're all credited in all the platforms this is going out to. That's right. Multiple platforms this stream right here is going out to. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, of course. So, again, for everyone tuning in on whichever platform you're tuning in on, welcome and g'day. How are ya? Good to see us. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're excited for another exciting round of trivia. If it's your first time here, again, my name is Jeremy, aka the People's Dwarf. It is a pleasure to have you guys here. Thanks for tuning in and checking out what it is I'm all about. This is amazing. So what it is, it's trivia that I host online, and it's very, very fun, very entertaining. We get some gags, we get some jokes, we get to learn some really cool random fun facts. There's different trivia themes each time I do this twice a week, and yeah, it's great stuff. And the way it works is that what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw up some text on the screen right now for you guys to have a look at. So this is just kind of like a base on how everything works. We encourage team or solo play. So that's right, it doesn't matter where you are, who you're with. If you're doing it solo, that's totally fine. I have people run and play on solo games and they do quite well. Some of them are trivia buffs, some are just doing it because they want something to do. Or if you've got maybe family or friends or work acquaintances, or maybe you're at some sort of venue and you can like Chromecast it up onto the TV. I know people do that as well, so I'm nice and massive on whatever screen you guys are viewing this on. So that's always exciting. I appreciate that. But yeah, you can do that as well. So you invite people, encourage people in, or you could even do like a Zoom or a Skype or a Facebook video or like some sort of video call to other people and be like, hey, I'm watching this cool dude on Twitch or Facebook or Twitter or whatever right now, and he's about to do some trivia. It's all about numbers tonight. It's gonna be really cool. So I thought you'd be great to have on my team. They'd be like, yeah, sure, that sounds wicked. Let me get amongst it. Cool, and count me in for your team, and then that's how it works. And yeah, that's what I mean. There's multiple ways you guys can play. So team or solo play, massively encouraged for everyone. There's 4 rounds of trivia. Each round has 10 questions. You get a correct point for each correct answer. So you get a 1 point for each correct answer. A correct point. That would be a point, obviously. A point for a correct answer. Incorrect answers do not lose you any points. So I highly encourage guessing, even if you don't know the answer. Why not? Have a go. You gotta give things a go, right? Just like in life. You give things a go, you try things out, whether you're scared of them or you fear them. You just give it a crack because why not, hey? You don't know until you give it a go. So same with trivia right here. Have a guess because you might get those few extra points, which could count for something. Now, we will have breaks between each round as well, so you guys can suck up on, say, drinks or food. Hello, Mother, over on Facebook. Julia Charlie, good to see you. Speaking of drinks, I have my beer here, my Balboa Blonde. So I'm drinking the beer tonight because I worked earlier today at my escape room job, which was great fun. Escape room job down in Anaheim. Escape Room Error, the company is. An amazing, amazing company. Good people, good escape rooms. We've got a new one on the way as well, so that's always exciting. But yes, that's what I was doing this afternoon, and now I'm back straight into hosting this online, because that's what I do. My weekends are kept busy. So, like I said, breaks between each round, so you can get drinks, snacks, use the restroom, or kick back and relax. There are some actual, like, just fun puzzles on the break screen as well, if you want to do that and keep the brain working. But before we do a break between each round, questions are repeated. So don't stress, don't freak out in case maybe you missed something, or maybe you tuned in late, or you want to double check an answer. That's what they're for. Question repeats will appear on the screen for you in 1 to 5, then 6 to 10. after we go through them individually. Now we can double check everything before you submit everything. Now the way it works, we don't put answers in the comments, guys. No spoilers. We don't want spoilers in the comments. We're spoiler free here. But I do encourage joke answers. If you guys want to try and make yourselves and the other people watching this stream laugh, by all means, laughter is the best medicine for everything. Even if you're not sick, it's still the best medicine. Laughing is great. It's good for the tummy. It's good for your abs. You can get your ab muscles working through laughing, so the more you laugh, you can pretty much just get abs. Don't quote me on that. I mean, I'm just saying that. But it actually does work your stomach muscles. Like, if you seriously go to the gym or do a massive ab workout, and then the next day when you have sore abs and you laugh, you'll see what I mean. So it does work them. Maybe it won't give you abs by laughing unless you, I guess, just laugh 24/7, maybe. Maybe that would work. I don't know if anyone's ever done that. Maybe there's a Guinness World Record of someone doing that, possibly. Who knows? You're gonna have to look that up. Or maybe I will in the next Guinness World Records themed trivia that I may or may not do, because I just came up with that idea for a theme now. And also, guys, if you have any trivia theme rounds, by all means, message me, send them in, let me know what your recommendations are. I always appreciate trivia round theme or night theme recommendations. So always open to them. I always like coming up with different creative and witty and weird and strange and fun and exciting different rounds of trivia. So if you guys have any suggestions or something you want to see, by all means, drop it in a message, whether it's on your Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is you're watching this from, comment, all that stuff too, and I can write them down and add them to my list, so that way we can get it in. But the way it's going to work, guys, is that what I need you to do right now, stop everything. That's right, stop everything. I need you to go to triviarat.com. triviarat.com in a new browser window. So you just open that up, triviarat.com. It's going to bring you up on a page, very simple and straightforward. There'll be an option to have hosting or playing or player. Click on the player option, and then when it asks you for the room code, that's what the Trivs at Home is here. So you enter Trivs at Home as the room code, then you'll be prompted to enter your team or solo player name. So that's when you come up with something cool, witty, creative, basic, simple, whatever it is you totally want to do, that's where you come up with it, and then you'll be taken to a lovely little webpage with a scoreboard for the other teams also playing through the Trivia Rat option. And then that's how you guys will be when you answer submissions as well. So you keep that page open. Obviously, keep watching this stream so you can hear me and see all the questions and stuff as well. But keep that triviarat.com webpage open as well, because that's where you'll be submitting your answers. When I start the rounds, I will go into the Trivia Rat page myself as an admin and click on a button called Game On, which it means it'll take you guys on your Trivia Rat page to an answer section, and that's when you'll start submitting your answers. I'll leave that open right up until we go to the break of each particular round, and then I'll close it. You guys will then get taken back to the main screen again with your scoreboard and everything else, and then you'll be able to see that I'll be marking in the breaks between each round, and you'll get live score updates as well. So that's pretty cool. You'll get to see the other teams competing, you'll see live score updates as you're going, you get to see what other cool names people come up with. Sometimes people come up with punny, witty names in regards to the round theme, so maybe something to do with numbers, I don't even know. But yeah, it's totally up to you. Or maybe they're just like a name that they've used. We have teams that come back regularly and play, and they have a consistent name that they use, and that's just their trivia name that they use whenever they play trivia. Whether it's with me, or even in other venues, or in different countries, or whatever, they stick to that trivia name. It's kind of like when you like do a gaming, like you make a character in a game, and you have that character name that you use for all games, just because it's like something that you are proud of, and it's a name you stick to. That's kind of what this is. So people do that as well. Or they come up and they change it each and every week. I also have people that do that too. So that's what you do, guys. That's where you'll be logging in, submitting all your answers and all the rest of it. It's very fun, very simple, very straightforward. So I hope that pretty much explains how everything works. And don't stress. If you have any questions, any curiosities, or anything like that, drop them in the comments, guys. That's what the comment section for these video feeds are there for. If you have any questions, maybe some exciting news, maybe something happened today that was super cool, super fun, super weird, super random, or maybe just throughout the week, by all means, drop something in the comments. Let me know how you guys are doing. If you have any questions about the trivia throughout the session, if you, I don't know, whatever you want to do, by all means, drop it in the comments. Just no answer spoilers, alright? And also be polite. Be polite and kind. We're here having fun. It's a safe environment. This is going out to platforms that kids can also tune in and play on, so we keep it family friendly, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're here to have fun. So that's what we're here for. So again, but if you want to interact, have any questions, by all means, drop them in the comments, guys. I'll see them. I've got my chat app thing that's immersing all the platform chat windows into the one, so I can see the chat options as they come in, and I can answer them accordingly, alright? So it's pretty much, literally, it might be a little bit like a 5, 10, 15 second delay, but they do come up on there, alright? But yeah, so that's pretty much everything, guys. I think I've pretty much explained how it all works. Now, it's going to be all on the screen here. As you can see, you've got the trivia theme. This changes, obviously, each night we do it, but tonight it's a numbers game. So a numbers-themed trivia. You get the welcome page just here. Obviously, the text on the sides, which will change every time we go into each round. Then we've got my cool little Trivs At Home logo. Do you see my silhouette as well, leading up against the T? If you look closely enough, I don't know if it, depending on what sort of screen you're viewing this on, but if you're viewing it on a bigger screen, that's actually a little ruler and obviously a pencil on top. And I'm standing and it's 4 marks up because I'm exactly 4 foot tall. How's that for attention to detail? Right? That's what I mean. Attention to detail, guys. That's what it's like. You gotta do it all in the detail. If you like any of the trivia that we do here, as well as Risa Mei's performances when she performs as well, then you guys can show us some monetary value love as well, rather than just sharing this out on your pages. If you want to do that too, if you have people that you think would enjoy this trivia, by all means, share this stream right now. Go onto whichever social media page you're watching this from and click share, or invite people to watch, or tag people in the comments. Whatever you want to do, get them involved. It is open, it's public, I welcome. The more the merrier. But yeah, if you do like what you see from all of us, then you can go to the PayPal or Venmo section for me, or PayPal for Risa as well when she does her singing. And that's pretty much what this first welcome screen looks like. But when we move over to the round 1 screen, it's going to look a little bit like this. Look at that, magic. It just changes like that. I know, I'm using OBS, guys. For anyone who knows what that is, it's an awesome little piece of software that allows you to do cool video edits and set up scenes and stuff. So this is my round 1 scene. Now, as you can see, it's called a Trivia Math, and you can tell what round we're on because it says round 1 as well up there. So round 1, Trivia Math. We're still a numbers game. We've got the no answers in the comments and triviarat.com and Trivs At Home section over there. And then we've got this little blue bar down here below me. What is that blue bar? Well, glad you guys asked. That's going to be where the questions are going to be appearing. So you're going to get visual as well as audio of me reading them to you, and also them appearing on the screen. And that way you guys can have audio as well as visual. Now what I'm going to do is go over to my stopwatch clock, get that on. But before we begin, go over to the Trivia Rat admin page. Make sure I'm still logged in. Now, one thing I will mention, just in case... Oh, welcome. Good to see a few teams signed in. Awesome work, guys. Good to see you all. Now, just don't freak out if the Trivia Rat page suddenly decides to refresh itself and logs you out for whatever reason. It doesn't always do it, but it sometimes does. All you need to do is just literally do the same thing you did in the first place, and when you log back in with your player name, just add like a 1 or a 2 or something next to it, so then when I'm going through the marking sheet, I can see, for example, that the Lucky VII... Oh, it's a Roman numeral, so Lucky 7 team, if they've been logged out, if they put like a Lucky VII1, then I'll be like, oh, they must have been logged out. So what I'll do, I'll add their score from the previous one, from them onto the current team, and then I'll get rid of the older team. So I can do all that from here. So don't freak out, don't worry if you're like, oh my god, all my score's gonna disappear. It won't, it'll stay there. I can do all that edit when I see it. You can let me know in the comments in case it does happen, or I'll just see it when I'm going through the marking and I'll be like, wait, why is there 2 Lucky 7s? It's exactly the same team. Oh wait, that must have been what happened. And funny enough, when I did this explanation last week, it actually logged me out. It logged the admin out. So there you go. Trivia Rat with all its jokes and gags. Good on it. It's actually working a treat, but it was just really funny after I praised it and said how good it was. I then went to go click on Game On, and it logged me out. So I then had to log back in and do it all again. So it just seemed kind of funny and ironic that it happened to the man who's hosting this trivia. So it's good to see the teams that we have in there. And again, you guys can all join at any time. So again, if you've got people that are maybe getting home from work late or waking up late, depending on where you're viewing this from, by all means, tell them to get involved, get amongst it, and join in at any time. I've had people join in at round 2, round 3, even at round 4. Because round 4 is a big scoring round, so that's probably the most important round, points-wise. But it doesn't mean you can't have fun in the previous rounds all the way leading up to that, because it's the more exciting rounds in the lead up to that. So, what I'll do now, I'll go over to Trivia Rat. I'm going to click on Game On, which will now take your Trivia Rat page into an answer submission section. So again, it'll do it automatically. It'll load for you. And then you'll be able to start submitting your answers. That's how cool it is, guys. It's so convenient. Trivia Rat, you guys rock. So glad I stumbled across you guys. I think it was some random people on Instagram that were tagging Trivia Rat as a thing to use, because I was trying to use Google Forms, and as efficient as that was also working, I couldn't have my own URL link. And now with Trivia Rat, I can. And also with Trivia Rat, I can do marking live. And I can do it super quick, which means you guys don't have to self-score anymore. It's all back to me. You guys can just kick back and have fun. That's what we're here for. Alright, enough talking, Jeremy. Let's get into some trivia for a numbers game. So trivia maths. So I'm going to have a look at the first question, and I'll kind of explain how it works. Question number 1 is this. Trivia maths. So, the number of Lion King movies plus the number of US presidents. So, indeed, in regards to trivia math, so sometimes you may get a question of how many Lion King movies are there? And then you'll be like, ooh, I know the answer to this. Well, this is kind of like 2 sub-questions and using it as maths. So, I want to know how many number of Lion King movies there are, and then I want to know how many number of US presidents there are, and then I want you to add them together and give me that number. Alright, and that's why it's called trivia math, and hence why it's a numbers game. So that's how this round is going to work in particular. So it's a lot of fun. I've got to include anything. It's all about numbers, but it's not necessarily a theme about Lion King or Disney movies or US presidents. It literally is about anything in regards to numbers. So that's what this round is all about. So very excited to be doing a round like this, because it's a little bit different, a little bit fun, but it also allowed me to dive into areas of questions and knowledge that maybe other round themes wouldn't let me do. So it's great. So again, and hopefully you guys are good at math. So number of Lion King movies plus the number of US presidents for question number 1. I want the total. Alright? So don't give me Lion King movies and then give me number of US presidents. I want the total of them added together. Hence why it's math. It's math, guys. A little bit of math we got to do. Alright, now that we've got the explanation out of the way, let's move on to question number 2. The current year minus the age of Queen Elizabeth II. So the current Queen of England. So the current year that we're in right now, you know, this wonderful, wonderful year where nothing has happened at all, nothing, you know, sarcasm much, yup, minus the age of Queen Elizabeth II. So this is why it's called trivia math. It's like 2 sub-questions in one. It's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Hope you guys are excited too and will enjoy it. And again, let me know what you guys think of any of the trivia rounds as we progress in the comments as well. If you like them, don't like them, have any ideas, suggestions, by all means, I encourage feedback. It's always great. I aim to make these as enjoyable as possible. So, more than happy to have people throw some feedback and be like, hey Jess, that was wicked. Or, hey Jess, maybe even next time add something like this to make it even more fun. Or, I didn't like that, but you could maybe try and switch it up a bit. And I'll be like, sweet, 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 no worries. Just like that. Exactly like that. Alright, question number 3 now. Total number of countries, according to the UN 2019, divided by the amount of fingers on one hand. So total number of countries, according to the UN 2019, which is pretty much it's the same. It's just that's the data that I got from. So it wasn't like I got it from 50 years ago and there's been a country or something since. I literally got the data from last year. Divided by the amount of fingers on one hand. This is a normal human hand. Normal, standard, average human hand. Alright. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Oh, I forgot to turn the background music on. We've got to have some background tunes. Hopefully the tunes aren't too loud. Alright. Question number 4. The number of Sharknado movies times the number of times Trivs at Homes there are per week. Haha. That's right, who's been paying attention? The number of Sharknado movies times the number of times Trivs at Homes there are per week. So how many times do I host trivia per week? For those who may be new to this and have stumbled across this, first off, welcome. And I may just drop that I hosted one yesterday as well. Hint, hint. Because, yeah, technically, if you've never done this before and you're new, maybe you wouldn't know that. So I've got to help you guys out. That's what I do. I'm a gracious and welcoming host. I do help out with some answers and hints. Alright, question number 5 now. Halfway through the round. Look at that. See, we're flying through. Actually, I'm taking a little bit longer because I know this one takes a little bit more math. And maybe working out. Number of days in January plus the number of days in June. Number of days in January plus the number of days in June. Now keep in mind, remember the questions aren't always a plus. Sometimes they're a minus, sometimes they're a multiplication or times, and sometimes they're a division. So, pay attention to the question equation, alright? Keep that in mind. So I mean, it's all about math, guys. Trivia math. Who would have thought years later I would be doing some math? Math like this would have been fun at school. Teachers, hello. My old teachers? Nah, you guys were great. You guys were great. Question number 6. Number of days of Christmas. So you know the song? Something Days of Christmas. Minus the number of Harry Potter movies. Now I'll say Harry Potter movies. Over on Twitch, Josh says, all my math classes involve differential equations with crying emoji. Well, hopefully this math is a little more fun. Feel free to go to school, or if you're doing it online, show your teacher this and be like, hey, this guy makes math fun. Can you maybe, I don't know, learn from him and make our differential equations more fun, please? And thank you. And you're welcome. You never know. You don't know if you don't ask. Good man. But let me know what happens, Josh. I want to see what they say. Hopefully they are like, you know what, that's a great idea. I will try and incorporate something like that into my teachings. That would be great. And then I would feel great that I've somehow made math more fun for you. Number 7. The number of Summer Olympic Games there have been, plus the total number of Friends seasons. So the total number of Summer Olympic Games that there have been so far, obviously not including 2020, plus total number of Friends seasons. The TV show Friends. Question number 7. Good stuff, good stuff. I hope everyone who is joining in, maybe just lurking as well, watching. Thanks for lurking, thanks for watching, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. And I hope you guys are playing at home and enjoying it. Or you're just tuning in to give me some views. I appreciate that as well. Just giving you all a shout out. For those who are there, you guys are great. Thank you. Number 8 now. Number of planets in our solar system plus the number of US states. Number of planets in our solar system plus the number of US states. That's what we're looking at here. Question number 8. 2 questions to go after this. Then we have our first break of the night. Or the day, depending on where you're watching this from. Yes, this one is debatable. So, in regards to the number of planets in our solar system, what it currently is. I know that it was different originally, and trust me, as a fellow dwarf, I'm a little bit upset that they decided to exclude one. So yes, in regards to that one potentially being excluded is what this math is worked out on, alright? So yes, it is debatable. I know, silly people deciding it's just not a planet. Like, how do you decide that? It didn't just disappear, it's still there. It's still been all planet-like. Silly people. But yes. So what they classify at the moment in our solar system, not previously. Alright? Question number 8. Question number 9. Number of zodiac I skipped the word. Number of zodiac signs times number of toes on a human. So both feet. Both feet. Number of zodiac signs times the number of toes on a human. That's right, good old trivia math. This one actually is fun. I enjoy coming up with these questions because I was like, oh, it's like everything's open to me now. I can literally just look up at anything and just be like, ooh, let's grab that one, and then do something about that, and then do something with this. But I also didn't want to make it too extremely difficult. And last question for this round is the total number of rounds in a standard Trivs at Home trivia session plus the number day that Christmas falls on. So total number of rounds in a standard Trivs at Home trivia session, if you listen to the welcome, you'd know, plus the number day that Christmas falls on. Now remember, don't fret, question repeats will be coming up after this. So fill up the screen, it'll be 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10 for about 30 seconds each, and then we're going to launch into the break screen. When that break screen pops up, that's when I'll be closing the answer submissions on the Trivia App page, and you guys will be automatically taken back to the scoreboard like you were before I opened it. And then I'll go through the marking, it'll let you know that I'm marking, you'll be able to see some live score updates, and then when I'm finished, you'll see how you guys did for round 1. We'll come back from the break, go through the answers to round 1, so you guys can actually know as well what the answers were, not just what your score was. And then we'll move into round 2. And then we rinse and repeat. That's how it does. That's how it works, guys. So, with that in mind, move the question off the screen now. So hopefully you guys are good. If you need the question repeats, they're about to come. If you don't, then you just get a longer break. So grab a drink, a bite to eat, a snack, kick back, relax. Maybe enjoy the Rebus puzzle that's going to be on the break screen. If you like some puzzles and equations and numbered word puzzle kind of things, that's what they're going to be. Or just keep back, relax, and enjoy it until we come back from the break, guys. But yeah, we will be back real soon.
I'm always on the go, baby. No way to control me. Are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to, making me smile, you're that dude. Asking me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to, making me smile, you're that dude. Asking me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. So keep it so cool. I see girls. So cool.
She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She a diva like Madonna. Gotta have it, she all done up. And if she see it, then she cop it. She don't care if you don't like her. She rockin' crew necks with some bands she never heard of. Black skinny jeans, docs on and her hair done. Got an attitude, she'll give it to your face. She don't really care what anybody thinks. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. Got her nails like she walking on a carpet. Take a pic cause she gotta show the new fit. Paper straws cause she gotta say the planet. Wildflower cake, smash a fit cause she planning. She a killer with some money on the way. Gotta pack up and move to LA. She don't need a man, she gon' do it her own way. Take him out on a date and she pay. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. Yeah, she more than her pictures. And she don't need a man to save her. She's so much more than these manicures and coffee. She a boss, she a queen, she the whole team. College education, she gon' get it. Maybe be a doctor or maybe run for senate. She don't need you, she's so independent. She gon' kill it don't matter where she headed. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems.
Hello, ladies and gents, we are back. Job well done with the answer submissions, guys. If you go have a look at the Trivia Right page now, you will see what your scores currently are. And what I'm going to do is quickly read out the teams that we have playing on the Trivia Right page. We have Lucky 7, I'm Matey, Rabbit, Josh, and the Accountant. Welcome to all of you. It's a pleasure to have you all here. And again, that might increase if people decide to jump in late, which of course is totally welcome. So good to see you guys and appreciate you guys playing. So what we're going to do now is go through the answers to this, because I know how you guys are going to feel in regards to points and all the rest of it. Now, if you were 1 point, 1 number away from the answer, I gave you the point. If you were 2 away, I gave you half a point. So in case you're confused maybe about your potential answers, that's how I gave a couple of extra additional points or half points. So if you were 1 off, you still got the point. If you were 2 off, you got half a point. Any further than that, unfortunately, no points. Alright, so a little bit kind, but can't be too kind, guys. Gonna make you work for a little bit of it. At least I've tried to anyway. So, number of Lion King movies plus the number of US presidents. So, Lion King movies, there's 3. US presidents, 45. So that would be 3 plus 45 is 48. 48 for number 1. Question number 2, the current year, which is 2020, minus the age of Queen Elizabeth II. She's 94. So 2020 minus 94 is 1926. 1926 for number 2. Number 3, total number of countries according to the UN in 2019 is 195. Divided by the amount of fingers on one hand, that would be 5. So we're going 39. 39. 195 divided by 5 is 39. Question 4. The number of Sharknado movies, which is 6, and I believe someone mentioned that randomly yesterday in last night's trivia, in regards to how many Sharknado movies they were, and it just feels funny because I knew this question was eventually coming up. So 6 times the number of Trivs at Homes there are per week, that would be 2, so 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 2 is 12. Look at that! It's like I'm doing a math thing. 6 times 2 is 12. You know those little kid math equation sing-along things that they try and, like, teach you math? That's what I feel like I'm doing right now, except it's way more fun. Number of days in January is 31, plus the number of days in June, which is 30, so that is 61. 61 for question number 5. Whoop. Number 6 now. Number of days of Christmas, which is 12. 12 days of Christmas. Minus Harry Potter movies. There are 8 Harry Potter movies. So 12 minus 8 is 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. Remember, the last Harry Potter movie was split in 2. Or the last book was split in 2. So 8 movies. Number 7. The number of Summer Olympic Games, which is 28. Plus the total number of Friends seasons, which was 10. So 28 plus 10 is 38. 38 for number 7. Number 8, number of planets in our solar system, which is 8, because unfortunately they reckon Pluto doesn't count as a planet. Stupid people who design how many planets, or decide how many planets there are, or what a planet is. You guys suck. But anyway, for this question, it's 8, plus the number of US states, which is 50, so 58. 58 for number 8 there. Number 9, number of zodiac signs, which is 12, times the number of toes on a human, which is 10. 12 times 10 is 120. For number 9, and the last one, question 10, total number of rounds in a standard Trivs at Home trivia session, which is 4, plus the numbered day that Christmas falls on, which is the 25th, so 25 plus 4 is 29. And that is the trivia math round, ladies and gents. There we go. So that's how you guys did with your scores and your points and stuff. Remember, if you were close to them, you got a point or half a point. Otherwise, you weren't able to get points. But that's okay, that's just one round done. That's totally cool, guys. We're now moving on to our next round, which is exciting because it's multiple choice. So for those who have never played before, welcome to a multiple choice round. Phrases about numbers. So phrases about numbers. So what's going to be? It's going to be kind of like a fill in the blank, but multiple choice. So even if you don't know the answer, it's going to be somewhere here on the screen. To the side. So that's what this little blue box on the side is going to be for. This is where you're going to have your multiple choice answer options, where down below is where the question's still going to appear. Alright? So that's how round 2 is going to work. Let me go over to the trivia app page, click on a new round, so that way you guys can begin submitting answers when I click on Game On. There we go. That's right. It is clicked on. Game On is clicked on. We are ready. So, back to... Whoop. A little stopwatch there so I can keep track of the time. So game on has begun, which means question number 1, let's have a look at it. So question number 1 is something tolerance. Is it 2, 7, 0, or 1? So phrases about numbers is what it is. Sayings, phrases about numbers. Something tolerance. 2, 7, 0, or 1. Now when submitting your answers, feel free to put either the letter, so A, B, C, or D, or the actual number or name itself. So for this question, you could put 2, or you could write 7, or you could write 0, or you could write 1. Or you could write both, A, 2, B, 7. Totally up to you. Just make sure you include at least one of them. So I know when I'm marking them, I'm like, okay, that's the answer they're submitting. Great. So either the letter, the actual word, or both. Alright? Easy. Question number 1, just like that. Number 2, the whole what yards? The whole what yards? Is it 7, 9, 6, or 4? 7, 9, 6, or 4. Now you guys might be thinking, this is so easy, Jeremy. Like, what are we, in preschool? Well, I don't know, actually. Sometimes I actually don't know exactly who's watching this, so maybe I have some preschoolers watching, in which case, welcome, guys. It's good to have you here. You guys are rad. Super cool. Thumbs up. No, what I do for sometimes with these is I start off easy, and then we get into some trickier ones, so hang in there, alright? Don't get too comfortable. We're gonna get some trickier ones, maybe ones you haven't heard of yet. But yes, the whole what yard, 7, 9, 6, or 4. Number 3, oh, Rockin' Rand over on Twitter. Hello there, welcome, good to see ya. No, Malcolm. Well, it depends on what platform they're watching this from. I can see their name, but I can't see anything else about it. But it's just their username. So for Facebook, I can see, obviously, their names, whoever's playing and whoever comments. But depending on the other platforms, it's just kind of like their username or code name or login name that they use for that. So no, I can't actually see people. I just see their names when they comment and stuff, which is super cool. You guys can see me. That's what you mean. You're here to watch me. I'm not watching you guys comment on my stream. That's just kind of weird. It'd be weird. Not very entertaining, I imagine. But yes, that's what it is. But rockin' around, welcome over on the Twitter there. Good to see you. If you feel like playing, jump on over to triviawright.com, click on player login, and then go to Trivs At Home as the room code, enter your player name, and then get amongst it. It'll take you to an answer submission page, and you can join in. There's question repeats at the end of each round, so you'll be able to get on the questions that you've missed, even though we're on question 3. Don't stress, there'll be more in there. But yes, on the actual Trivia Wrap player page, I can see the team names only. So I can see which team names are up there, but that's it. I don't know who actually it is, because it's just their team name, but that's it. Which is great. It's like an anonymity. Anonymity. You know the word I mean. You're all anonymous, except for your aliases and your names, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, but yes, number 3 here is a double whammy. Something over the something. Is it 2 and 7, 3 and 9, 1 and 8, or 2 and 4? For number 3. 2 and 7, 3 and 9, 1 and 8, 2 and 4. Something over the something. That's right, told you it's gonna get a bit trickier. You guys are like, Jeremy's easing us into it. This people's dwarf is just making it too easy. Not exactly, guys. It's gonna work for some. Work for some, get those points. Separate the beginners from the middle people. And then the more experienced after that, if that's how it works. Hilarious. Alright, Rockin' Rand. So what I'm going to need you to do is for answer submissions, you need to go to triviawright.com and jump on there and log in. And that's when you do your answer submissions, alright? So no actual answers in the comments, please. I do appreciate it. I love the fact that you're wanting to play. That's super rad sauce. But the way it works is we get all the players to log in at triviawright.com. So just open up a new browser window. Use the player login. Trivs At Home is the room code. Choose your player name, and then that's how you submit your answers. It'll be take you to a page. You'll see other teams in there as well, and you'll also be able to see where you can submit all your answers, alright? To each question. So they're all marked, the question numbers. That's how you submit, alright? But welcome. It's good to see you, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Jeremy, aka the People's Dwarf. This is Trivs At Home. We're doing a numbers game themed trivia. Pleasure to have you here. Thanks for getting amongst it, and it's great to have you. So yeah, if you jump on to triviawright.com, just open up a separate tab or window on a browser. Click on player login. Trivs At Home is the room code. Choose your player name or team name, whatever you like. And then you'll be taken to an answer submission page. And then that's easy. Then boom, just keep doing what you're doing. Rocking on. That's what you're doing. Rocking. Alright, question number 4 now. And don't stress, there will be question repeats at the end of all this. They'll pop up 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10. So don't stress if you've missed earlier questions. Or you may miss some while you're doing the login now. It's totally fine. They will pop up again. They will pop up again. That's what we do. It's what we have them for. But people who join in a little bit later, that's totally what they're there for. Or if you want to double check your answers. But this one, question 4. Life begins at what? Does it begin at 1, 30, 40, or 50? Life begins at 1, 30, 40, or 50. These are phrases about numbers. Life begins at what number? That's right. But they're phrases about numbers, not necessarily logical, just about phrases. Question number 5 now. A picture is worth of something words. 100, million, 10,000, or 1,000. That's debatable, says Malcolm. Well, I agree. It could be debatable. But it's all about the phrase and saying. And the phrase that I included, well, hopefully the other multiple choice options aren't also another phrase. If they are, I'm willing to hear your debate about it, and I can reward points if I know if there were actually 2 answers for that one. But I'm pretty sure there's only the one. But again, open to interpretation if there is another explanation to a particular answer to a question that's on here, by all means, I am a generous host. It will work. But this one, a picture is worth something words, 100 million, 10,000, 1,000. Which one? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Dancing because I can. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? That's what we're here for. Loving it. Good to see you guys are chilling, enjoying yourselves. Appreciate you all being here. For a Saturday night as well. Got you on a Saturday night. You guys are rad. Question number 6 now. Something sheets to the wind. Something sheets to the wind. Is it 3, 4, 5, or 6? Something sheets to the wind. What? What even is that? I don't even know. That's what I loved about looking these up, because some of these I was just like, I don't know, but these sound great. And some of the meanings are super cool, or random, or weird, and fun. That's what it is. This is what trivia is about. We get to learn about some random, cool, fun things. Or maybe something about cultures, or where, you know, a certain saying means something somewhere, or I don't know. But that's what it's all about. Trivs, learning, having fun. I'm having fun at least. Hopefully you guys are too. Something sheets to the wind. 3, 4, 5, or 6. Number 7 now. There's something ye itch. Is it 8, 7, 6, or 5? 8, 7, 6, or 5. There's something ye itch. Apparently, a hint for this one, I believe, is something in regards to marriage. There's something ye itch in regards to marriage. There you go. I'm giving a hint. There's something ye itch. Only a few questions left for this particular round, guys. But hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Number 8 now. Something hearted. Is it quarter, 3/4, 2/5, or half? And then there's ones that I just throw in that are blatantly obvious. See? Because you're like, oh, you just started off easy and then gave us all really hard ones. Nope. I'm like a roller coaster. We're going ups and downs and all around and enjoying ourselves, ladies and gents. That's what we're here for. Having a good time. Trivs at home, yeah. Don't know why my accent just decided to change, but it did. And that's what I'm going with for now. Something hearted for number 8. Number 9 now. Something minutes of fame. Is it 15, 50, 5, or 53? Some interesting choices. See, multiple choice is great because I get to put some random potential answers in there. Most of the time I try and keep them consistent. Sometimes I throw a definite joke answer in there. Like yesterday's one. That was definitely a joke one. Or 2, or 3, I don't remember actually. For the most part, I try. One more question after this, guys. One more question. Number 10, behind the what ball? Oh, speaking of joke answers from yesterday, it was about wrecking ball. That's hilarious. Didn't even know that question was coming up next. I say this one all the time, says Julie. Well, I'm glad you do. Behind the what ball? For number 10 here is 3, 8, 7, or 9. 3, 8, 7, or 9 is what we're looking for. Oh, I just realized the background music wasn't on. Oh no, this whole time without music, guys. How have we fared so long? How have we fared so long, I know. Yes, alright, so number 10, guys. That means, again, the end of another round. So, for those who have joined us, that's totally fine. What's going to happen now? These question repeats are going to pop up on the screen. So, questions 1 to 5, and then 6 to 10. So, in case you missed it, maybe you came halfway through, or you just want to double check the answers that you're going to submit anyway, that's what these question repeats are for. So, they're going to pop up on the screen for you for about 30 to 45 seconds, and then we're going to launch into a break. If you don't need the question repeats, all it means is that you guys just get an earlier break. So, grab a drink, bite to eat, use the restroom, kick back, relax, enjoy yourself, chill. There's some Rebus puzzles on the break screen if you want to just throw in some possible answers in the comments to a few of them and just see how you did. I can let you know how you guys did, whether it's correct, or just read them out and say such and such said this one was this one, and this one was that, and blah blah blah, if you like, or just keep back, relax, and enjoy yourself. But until then, we are now going to launch into question repeats and then a break. When we launch into the break, that's when I'll close the answer submissions on the Trivia page and start marking them. You guys will be taken back to a scoreboard page where you'll be able to see the live score updates as I've marked them, and then we'll come back, go through the answers to round 2. But until then, guys, question repeats coming right up, and we'll be right back.
I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
Got me thinking about you, and I'm thinking about all the things that we used to do. Thoughts are coming in a wave, so I say it to your face. Better only tell the truth. Yeah, I'm trusting you. Every time you come around, make me think you my dude. Think I know you either way. Yeah, I know you want me stay. Yeah, so are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. Cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. You ask me how it's going. You act like you don't know it. You stalk me on the low key, I like it. You showing up, you showing. Can't say it, don't get lonely. Boys that come and go, babe. I'm always on the go, babe. No way to control me. Are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. Asking me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. Asking me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. So keep it so cool. I see girls. So cool.
Hello ladies and gents, welcome back. Round 2 has now been marked, so you can update and check your scores, see how you all did. But until then, let's go through the answers and see how you all did. So we're going to go into it. Round 2, question 1 is something tolerance. Well, that would be C, 0 tolerance. 0 tolerance for number 1. Number 2, the whole what yards? That would be B, the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards for number 2. Number 3, we had to include 2. That's right, 2 of them in here. Something over the something. Well, that would be C, 1 and 8. 1 over the 8. So 1 over the 8. Apparently it's a saying if you've had one too many to drink. And I believe it's more popular in the UK, I believe. I think. But yeah, 1 over the 8 is apparently you've had too many to drink. 1 over the 8. I guess maybe the 8's the standard amount of people that you can drink. I don't know. Question number 4 now. Life begins at C, 40. Life begins at C, 40, it says. Number 5, a picture is worth, this one is easy, D, 1,000 words. A picture is worth 1,000 words for number 5. Number 6, something sheets to the wind. Well, that would be 3. 3 sheets to the wind. Again, I think this is another alcohol or drunk related saying. I don't know why. When I was looking all these up and I was like, oh, this one sounds cool. And the 1 and 8 was like, oh, it's alcohol and drunk related. Okay, cool. And then I saw this one. I was like, ooh, what's this one mean? It's like alcohol and drunk related. And I was like, why are they all related to people being drunk? Dang it. I was trying to find some variety and it just all kept falling back to being too drunk. But there you go. 3 sheets to the wind, apparently, is what it is for number 6. Number 7. Ironically, it is the 7-year itch. So B, the 7-year itch, matching the question number. Number 8. Something hearted. That would be D, half-hearted. Half-hearted is when you're not 100% in on something, you're doing it half-hearted. So maybe you're like 50% in doing it. Number 9. Something minutes of fame. Well, that would be A, 15 minutes of fame. 15 minutes of fame for number 9. And number 10, behind the what ball? Well, that would be behind the 8 ball, like in pool or billiards, behind the 8 ball. That's what it is. Yeah, buddy. Good stuff, Josh. We did well that one, actually. Well done, Josh. And well done to everyone who did well in that round. But yeah, I do remember, Josh, you did well in that round, so good work. Good work. Alright, so round 2 is now done, so what we're going to do is move into round 3, which is a picture round, ladies and gents. Picture round. So what's going to happen is I'm going to slide over to the side like this because pictures are going to appear roughly here-ish where my face is. And, you know, it just kind of be weird with pictures in my face. This is about Roman numerals. So what's going to happen is Roman numerals are going to appear on the screen. You have to tell me their value. Alright? Hopefully you guys know your Roman numerals. If you don't, well, again, I encourage guessing. Have a crack, guys. You never know. But let's go over to trivia, right? So I'm going to go into the new round and game on option. So you guys can begin submitting your answers. Boom, game on it is. So that way the answers are now up and open and ready. And now we're going to go in and have a look at the question number 1 for you guys. Ooh, it's a little bit tricky, but hopefully you guys can see it. Maybe I do need to move back. If I move back, that's what it is on the screen with my head in the way. But you guys should be able to read that, right? It's a V-I-I-I. That's what it is, alright? V-I-I-I. In case you're curious. I think that's the only one like that. I forgot that was a, what's the word I'm looking for here? I've got the type of image where you can see through it and behind it with no background. But, yeah, one of those. That's alright. It's still legible because I knew that I was going to have a bright background, so it would be a-okay. Thank you, shiny pretty lights behind me. I added white to it in the break. Did you guys notice? It used to be just blue. Now it's blue and white. Why not? So what number is this? Number 1. Number 2. See, here you go. See, as I said, see, here you go. What number is this? Roman numerals for C. What number is this in Roman numerals? Ants page not working? Don't tell me I got logged out. Oh no, it says it's been working. Have you tried refreshing yours, Malcolm? Because I'm getting inputs from Josh and Rabbit, so it's working for them. So maybe it's on your end. You may need to refresh your page and re-log in. Or maybe it's something to do with the internet, but just try and refresh. You may have to log in as your team name again, just add a 1 to it. So I know that's your team name, and then I can add the scores from the previous run onto it when I go through the markings. But I know it's definitely working for Josh and Rabbit, because it's coming through live on the trivia page on my end. So just check your end for me. Remember, there will be question repeats, so don't stress if you miss a couple. I will move on to the next question, but again, like I said, question repeats, you'll be able to see all the questions again if you need to go back and answer them, in case you're refreshing and have to go into the answer page again. But let me know once it's back up and running for you, Malcolm. Let me know when you get it all up and going again. Should just be as easy as logging in again. All good? Fantastic. Great. Great. Number 3 now. What number is this? MMXX. MMXX. Roman numeral numbers here. What number is this? For number 3. Roman numerals around, guys. Have you guys have studied up and know your Roman numerals? This picture around is a little bit interesting because it's not as big, so technically, like, part of my face could be here. I'd just be hiding underneath stuff, like, hey guys, what's happening? Number 4 now. What number is this? XXXVII. XXXVII. That's right. Roman numeral tests. How do you guys remember? Or maybe you have like a clock in your house that's got Roman numerals. I'm pretty sure we did. Had one somewhere that was Roman numerals. But I mean, that only goes up to 12, obviously. So, but at least you see what's like the value of 5, what the value of 10 is. So then, you know, when you add things up from there, that'll obviously can help. It's number 4 there. Number 5, MCXI. All different letters. All different values, obviously. MCXI. So halfway through round 3's Roman numerals picture round, guys. Killing it. Doing well. Doing well indeed. And one more round after this confidence round. Hope you guys are excited and ready for that one. Question 5 halfway through now. Let's get number 6. Oh, there's a few in this one. Oh dear. CCC XXXIII. But then if you know what 1Z is, and 1X is, and 1I is, then technically you guys should be okay. There's just, you gotta add them, put them together. Right? Simple. Like trivia math, kind of. In the first round, we did that. And add a couple things together. Number 6. For the Roman numerals, what number is this? CCC XXXIII. Bum, bum, bum. Number 7 now. Ooh, this one's all gold and pretty looking. XCIX. Ironically, when I was looking up like certain numbers in Roman numerals, it was really easy to find them. Like, and images as them. I was expecting it to be kind of difficult and I would have to make them myself. But nope. It was kind of really easy to get some decent images over on the Google. You know what a onesie is? Well, that's good. I'm glad you know what a onesie is. I know what onesie is too. I have 2 of them. Get it? Yes, a onesie. XCIX. A 1C. 1C? Ah, onesie. 1C. Is that what you mean? What 1C is? Ah, you're making a pun. Ah, it took me a second. Actually, it took me more than a few seconds. 1C, a onesie, a 1C. Ah, Jeremy. See, it's just not the same when I'm not in the same house with you, Malcolm, anymore. When I can hear your jokes and get them straight away. It's alright, I still get them. It just takes me a little longer because I gotta read them and then figure it out. But I'm glad I got it. Guess for those who don't know, I like puns and really horrible dad jokes. So by all means, if you don't, I'm sorry, but I like them. So if I see them, I will read them. Number 8, LXV. LXV with a new letter in the equation. On the field, LX and V. What number is this for number 8? Only 2 left, guys. 2 left. I'm starting to get a bit of facial hair. I didn't have time to shave when I got home from work, so now it's at that state of getting a little bit itchy. That's alright. I'll give it a trim tomorrow. Number 8, LXNV. Then number 9. Oh, we've got a long one here. MCMLXXXIV. That's right. MCMLXXXIV. MCMLXXXIV. Now we'll just... Yeah, I think that... that works. Alright, and one more. Last one for this one. L-I-I-I. L-I-I-I. Now remember, there will be question repeats, guys, so don't fret. They will come up on the screen again in case you want to double check any answers you are submitting in for each of these 10 questions for round 3's Roman numerals round. Trivs at Home numbers game is the theme tonight. Alright, now that that's done, I can scooch over. Look at that, back in the center, guys. All eyes on me. Alright. Okay, so question repeats coming right up, guys, and then once again into another break. Now I'm going to put the trivia schedule back up on the break screen so that way you guys can have a look ahead and see what dates and what themes are coming up for the rest of the month of September. So if there's anything in there that catches your eye, mark your calendars because that's what the theme is for that particular trivia. Remember, they're Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. PST, California time. So obviously match that up to the time zone that you guys are in. If you need some help, I know it's 11 a.m. in Osaka, Japan the following morning, and 12 noon in Melbourne the following day as well. So keep that in mind, and if that helps at all, depending on where you guys are viewing this from. But yeah, that's when I do it twice a week, Fridays and Saturdays. I can say that now because that question is now passed and the answers have been submitted. But yes, question repeats coming right up, guys, and then I will mark your answers for this round during the break. So we'll see you soon.
addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. Yeah, she more than her pictures, and she don't need a man to save her. She's so much more than these manicures and coffee. She a boss, she a queen, she the whole team. College education, she gon' get it. Maybe be a doctor or maybe run for senate. She don't need you, she's so independent. She gon' kill it, it don't matter what she headed. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems.
Hello ladies and gents, welcome back, and good work on the Roman numerals round, guys. Interesting responses. Some were quite good. A lot of you got quite a few points for this round. Some were quite close. Others were trillions and billions and gazillions off. I believe someone entered a number of a numerical value, probably, I don't know, 30 numbers of some point, but yeah. Oh, really? Malcolm Brutalik, is that so? I appreciate that. Ben Affleck likes Trivia at Home. That is right. I appreciate that, Ben Affleck, aka previous Batman. And Josh, yes, I believe you're the one I'm referring to in regards to the 30 multiple inputs of number equations. Nice one. I'm glad. It's interesting to know how much you can actually enter on that Trivia app page. So thank you, Josh, for being the first one to figure that out for me. At least, I don't know if that was the maximum, but it was definitely a lot. So it was nicely done there, my friend. Good job. Alright, so number one was, what number is... Oh, I gotta slide over again. That's right. Whoopsie daisies. Gotta see my face, otherwise it's gonna be all like letters on my face and stuff. What number is this? We started off with an easy one. It is 8. 8 for number one. Number two, this C is actually a value of 100. So 100 is C. 100 is C. Oh, Ben is the accountant. Oh, is he now? Well, thank you, Ben. You're a champion. Good to see you, and I appreciate the fact that you're playing and enjoying yourself here. Super right, Ben, and pleasure to have you here. You're amazing. Good stuff. Good stuff. I liked you in Batman and Daredevil and Pearl Harbor and other stuff, if that is actually you, and super awesome that you are. But yes, number 3, MMXX. The value is 2020. It's the year that we're in, 2020. So if anyone asks you what it is in Roman numerals, you can go, hey, guess what? MMXX. Or it could be some sort of like secret code that only you and everyone else who knows Roman numerals knows. But people who don't, boom, that's right, they're not gonna know a thing. Number 4, XXXVII is 37. 37 for number 4 there. Number 5, MCXI is 1111. 1111. And did you know this picture here is actually a tattoo of someone's arm? Somebody got this tattooed on their arm. I had to crop all the image and stuff, but it's a tattoo. I don't know why they got it tattooed on their arm. 1111. But yeah, that's where I found the image, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna take that. So wicked. Thanks, person. Number 6, what number is this? CCCXXXIII is 333. 333. Number 7, XCIX is 99. XCIX, somebody put 94. That would be if it was IV, not IX. So IX is 99. Very close though, whoever that was for number 7. Number 8, LXV is 65. 65. L is 50, X is 10, V is 5. Number 9, then we dive out into MCMLXXXIV. That is 1984. 1984 is what MCMLXXXIV is. 1984. And number 10, LIII is 53. 53 for and I'm muted. Why was that muted for round 4? How dare you mute me? Round 4 screen that I usually always have up, not muted, but that's fair enough. And you know what? I want to throw some background music in because we can. That's right. Alright, so round 4 is the final round of the Trivs at Home game that we do, and how it works is the confidence round. The reason why it's called that is because you get to rank your answers that you submit for this round from 10 to 1. 10 being the highest and most confident, from all the way down to 1 being the lowest and least confident. Yes, thank you, Trav, it's back. I know, I apologize. It disappeared for a second, then I scrolled down and saw that I was muted. But it's all good. I have fixed it. A-okay. But yeah, so the confidence round, because you are ranking your answers 10 to 1. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest for the least confident. You only use each rank number once, so use your rank numbers wisely. Hence, depending on which answers you're confident with, you'll give the higher rank numbers. The ones you aren't so confident with, you'll give the lower rank numbers. And the points given for this round alone are based on your rank numbers that you give for the answer. So say, for example, whatever you put for question number 7, you put a rank answer of 9. You're like, you know what, I'm pretty confident that's correct. I'm going to put a big fat 9 there. If you get that correct, 9 points. Just for that answer alone. But since you've used 9, you no longer can use it anywhere else. So, you have to use the remaining numbers. So 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Possible 55 points up for grabs just in this round alone, guys. Super cool. 55 points. Massive. Massive points in this round, if you get them all correct. Again, you don't lose points for incorrect answers, so again, still encourage you to guess, still try, you never know, you could get those extra points and clean up the board with this final round. Now, in regards to the questions, they're random questions, still numbers game related, but random, not set to a particular round theme. They're a little bit more randomized, a little bit trickier, because there's bigger points up for grabs. So bigger the reward is bigger the risk, right? Bigger the risk, bigger the reward. I said that the wrong way around. Flip it good, is what I mean. So what I'm gonna do, go over to trivia right now, click on new round. That way, round 3's points are all locked in, everyone's there. Everyone's looking quite good. It's still relatively close. There's only 9 points between first and 5th. That's right, you guys are all close, guys. So this round is going to be a crucial one. Crucial round decider coming right up. Game on has been clicked, which means we are ready to begin, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 1 is this. Name the TV show. FBI agent Don Epps recruits his younger brother Charlie, a mathematical genius and college professor, to help solve some of Don's toughest cases. Name the TV show. Name the TV show. FBI agent Don Epps recruits his younger brother Charlie, a mathematical genius and college professor, to help solve some of Don's toughest cases. That's question number 1. final round, guys. And again, thank you all for hanging around, tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Numbers game themed trivia. If you saw the calendar schedule on the break screen, you'll see what's coming up for the remainder of the month. If not, on the end screen when we do finish up, or actually the break screen after this round as well, you can have a look and see what themes are coming up, alright? Question number 2 now. How many numbers are spelt with the same amount of letters as its value? How many numbers are spelt with the same amount of letters as its value? So how many of them are there? How many numbers are spelt with the same amount of letters as its value? So everyone's going 1, 2, 3 and counting up on their fingers trying to figure it out. Yeah, go on. Keep counting. All the way up to millions or something, guys. Go on. I dare. This one you may just have to guess. Unless you randomly already know it. Maybe you learned it in school for some reason. Maybe it was a random piece of factual knowledge, that you stumbled across on, like, the bottom of a beer cap lid or something like that. Because they sometimes have those in beers. They're always fun. I always like it drinking those beers when you lift the cap off and you're like, cool. Random piece of knowledge. Thanks for that. Number 3. How many points in tennis is love worth? How many points in tennis is love worth? Now, this one seems a little bit easy. I expect a lot of confidence, big points to go on this answer here. See, I do throw a couple of easy ones in this last round too. Giving away big points. Well, if you're confident enough to gamble your big points. Big points. How many points in tennis is love worth? How many points in tennis is love worth? Question number 3. Number 4 now. Jeremy Harper of Alabama holds the Guinness World Record of counting to 1 million. How many days did it take him? Now, hint is it's less than 100. So Jeremy Harper of Alabama holds the Guinness World Record for counting to 1 million. How many days did it take him? It's less than 100. Yep. Apparently, he live streamed the entire thing. So, I think it was like... Well, I can't say the exact amounts, because otherwise I would give away the answer. But, he did it for a certain amount of hours per day, and allowed time to eat and sleep, and then got up, and then continued the counting. For however many days. Which I know, but I can't tell you. Yet. Not yet. Soon, guys! Soon! Hang in there! Hang in there. Number 5. Triskaidekaphobia is the fear of what number? Triskaidekaphobia is the fear of what number? You know what's funny? I got this question, and I was like, because I saw what the answer was before I got the question. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'm going to put a phobia question in. I haven't used a phobia question yet. And I didn't realize that there were, like, phobias for... I mean, like I said, there's phobias for everything. So I guess I just forgot that there's phobias for everything. So I'm going to put this one in. And I never actually looked to see and practice how to pronounce this word until it came up on the screen just then. I think I did a pretty good job on just winging it. It's kind of like when I do this normally for the other trivia companies I've worked for, and I don't know the questions until they pop up on the screen. I'm just reading them as I see them and the guests see them. And sometimes I get a surprise. Close enough, Josh says. Thank you, kind sir. Appreciate that. Triskaidekaphobia. Triskaidekaphobia. Yeah, that sounds about right. I reckon it is. But yeah, what's the fear of what number for number 5? Number 6. A mile is how many kilometers? A mile is how many kilometers? Gotta get used to that, being over here as an Aussie. Grew up with kilometers, now converting and living with miles. Although miles is also a person's name. That's not who I live with. I meant as in the distance. Using them for, like, driving and seeing speed limits and stuff. A mile is how many kilometers? Number 6. Number 6. Number 7. What is the only temperature that is the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? What is the only temperature that is the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? Interesting question, Jeremy. Makes one ponder. Makes one think. That's the point of trivia. Random person, who's also me. I'm talking to myself, talking to you guys. So, does that classify as talking to myself? I don't know. I guess that's what streaming's all about. You're literally talking to yourself. And then when people tune in, you have viewers. But in the meantime, you're talking to yourself. I have great conversations with myself. And I think people should talk to themselves more often. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna say good conversations. Don't have bad conversations with yourself. That's just bad. Literally. Number 8. What 2002 film stars Eminem as a young white rapper in Detroit? What 2002 film stars Eminem as a young white rapper in Detroit? Question number 8. So, 2 more questions to go. Remember, when you're submitting your answers, put your answer and then a... excuse me. Put your answer and then a space and put the rank number in with your answer, okay? Don't forget your rank numbers submitting with your answer for the particular question, okay? Otherwise, I don't know what rank number you're giving particular answers, so I don't know how to correctly score if you are correct, alright? So make sure when you're submitting your answers, put a space or a dash or whatever, a plus, whatever, just something to separate your answer from the rank number that you're using. And also, I can see which rank numbers you've used, so don't be trying to put 10 on everything. I can keep track of every answer that's submitted here. So, no cheating. If I find out that you guys are all putting 10s and 9s for everything, you shall be disqualified. Okay? We don't want that. We're here to have fun. Alright? Number 9. Name the title of the famous book written by George Orwell in 1948. Name the title of the famous book written by George Orwell in 1948. I'll give you a hint. It has been somewhere in amongst this trivia session tonight. That's right. It's in here somewhere. I can't say where, but it has been. It's featured in here somewhere. There's been a reference to it. The name of it. Maybe it's a hint. Maybe it's not. But I'm trying. I'm trying to help you guys out. Let me help you. Let me help you. Number 9. One more question, guys. Final question. How many elements in the periodic table begin with the letter Z or Z? Depending on where you're from and how you pronounce that. How many elements in the periodic table begin with the letter Z or Z? Remember, it's a numbers game. It's all numbers related. Numbers are fun, and actually having this theme for trivia was great because it really opened up the possibilities of what kind of questions and round themes I could do, which is great. I loved it. May do something like this again in the future, mixing up, changing the round theme ideas and all that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Alright, so now that that is all done, once again, guys, question repeats coming right up. 1 to 5, 6 to 10. Remember, get your answer submissions in answers with your rank number in the same submission box for each question that you're submitting your answers for, so that way I know how to mark them accordingly. Question repeats if you need them coming right up, and then we're going to launch into a break for the final round. I'll go ahead and mark all the points in that break. We'll come back, go through the answers nice and quick, and then we'll announce the winners of tonight's Trivs at Home. Alright, yeah. Giggity giggity. If you're familiar with Quagmire and Family Guy, I haven't said that in a while. I loved that show. Still a great show, I just don't watch it anymore. Alright, see you soon, guys.
Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
Got me thinking about you, and I'm thinking about all the things that we used to do. Thoughts are coming in a wave, so I'll say it to your face. Better only tell the truth. Yeah, I'm trusting you. Every time you come around, make me think you my dude. Think I know you either way. Yeah, I know you want me stay. Yeah, so are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. Cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. You ask me how it's going. You act like you don't know it. You stalk me on the low key, I like it. You showing up, you showing. Can't say it, don't get lonely. Boys that come and go, babe. I'm always on the go, babe. No way to control me. Are you down to ride with a bitch like me? Will you come around with a bitch like me? Told you don't play around with a bitch like me. Cause I've been around and you've been around, yeah. Cause I'ma keep it right for you, baby. I'ma do whatever that you say, yeah. Just don't fuck up my swagger that I have, yeah. Cause I've been around and you've been around. Cause I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. I'm not the girl that you used to. Making me smile, you're that dude. I send me out cause we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. Yeah, we're so cool. So keep it so cool. I see girls. So cool.
She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She a diva like my daughter. Gotta have it, she all done up. And if she see it, then she cop it. She don't care if you don't like her. She rockin' crew necks with some bands she never heard of. Black skinny jeans, docs on and her hair done. Got an attitude, she'll give it to your face. She don't really care what anybody thinks. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. Got her nails like she walking on a carpet. Take a pic cause she gotta show the new fit.
Paper straws cause she gotta say the planet. Wildflower cake, smash a fit cause she planning.
She a killer with some money on the way. Gotta pack up and move to LA. She don't need a man, she gon' do it her own way. Take him out on a date and she pay. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. Yeah, she more than her pictures. And she don't need a man to save her. She's so much more than these manicures and coffee. She a boss, she a queen, she the whole team. College education, she gon' get it. Maybe be a doctor or maybe run for senate. She don't need you, she's so independent. She gon' kill it, it don't matter where she headed. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems. She addicted to the manicures and coffee. But don't say that, cause she ain't that. No, she is more than she seems.
Hello ladies and gents, alright, so it took a little bit longer, it's a little bit trickier to add up all the numbers for the ranking answers is what you guys give in. So trivia right only lets me do the 1 point click for the first 3 rounds, which works automatically, but then when I have to do it separately I have to do the math myself. So apologies, it took a little bit longer than usual, but that's okay. Let's get through the answers nice and quick and then we can find out who has won tonight's game of Trivs at Home, a numbers game. Question number 1 is this. Name the TV show. FBI agent Don Epps recruits his younger brother Charlie, a mathematical genius and college professor, to help solve some of Don's toughest cases. The show is called Numbers. Numbers, get it? Because it's a numbers game. Numbers. I know, I threw that in there because I thought it was funny. Question number 2. How many numbers are spelled with the same amount of letters as its value? There's only one. There's only one of them, and it's the number 4. It's spelled with 4 letters. That's right. Number 4 is spelled with 4 letters. It's only 1. So there you go. Number 3. How many points is in tennis is love worth? It's worth 0. It's 0 points. 0 points for number 3. Number 4, Jeremy Harper of Alabama holds the Guinness World Record for counting to 1 million. How many days did it take him? It took him 89 days. 89 days. Apparently 16 hours of it, I think, was counting. 8 hours was eating and sleeping. And he did it in 89 days, counting from 1 to 1 million straight. And it was all live streamed, apparently. Number 5, triskaidekaphobia is the fear of what number? Well, that would be 13. The number 13, the unlucky number that people believe. So 13 for number 5. Number 6, a mile is how many kilometers? That would be 1.6 kilometers. 1.6 kilometers for number 6. Number 7, what is the only temperature that is the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? Well, that would be negative 40. Negative 40. Negative 40 is what is both the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius. Number 8, what 2002 film stars Eminem as a young white rapper in Detroit? Well, that would be 8 Mile. I like how I have some of the answers line up to the question number. Like 8 is 8 Mile. Get it? I think the previous one, or 2 questions ago, lined up with it too. I know, I do that deliberately sometimes. So 8 Mile for number 8. Number 9, name the title of the famous book written by George Orwell in 1948. Well, if you flip the 4 and the 8 around, you'd get 1984. That's the name of the famous book, 1984 for number 9. And number 10, how many elements in the periodic table begin with the letter Z or Z? That would be 2. There's only 2 of them. So there we go. And with that all done, ladies and gents, time to announce the winners of the trivia for tonight. Starting from the bottom to the top, we had Rock and Ride, who came in towards the end on 6 points. Well done, and thanks for tuning in. Then we had Lucky 7 on 18 points, followed by Rabbit on 32 points. In third place, we had iMatey on 46 points. We got some big scores tonight. In second place, we had Josh on 52 points. That's a huge score as well, so well done to you. And then first place goes to the accountant on 62.5 points. So there we go, guys. Congratulations. I never came up on your thing, but when I did Endgame, it's got like a little trophy case for the gold trophy, silver trophy, and then a darker trophy for the third place. That's kind of cool. If it came up for you guys, that's right. You can see that. Otherwise, you can just scroll down and see the whole scoreboard. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have been super right and awesome. If you liked the trivia, feel free to drop a little bit of a tip into our little honeypot at paypal.me/Jeremy-Hallam US, or Venmo if you use that at Jeremy-Hallam, or paypal.me at Risa Mei as well. Unfortunately, she didn't perform tonight. Some unfortunate circumstances popped up, so she is unable to perform this evening. But she'll hopefully be back next week to perform for us. For those who are new, we usually have a live singing performance on our Saturday trivias as well, which is always fun. And exciting, but just not tonight, guys. But it's okay, she'll be back next week. But thank you guys so much. Hope you guys had fun. You guys have been awesome. I've been awesome. I've been Jeremy, aka the People's Dwarf. If you like what you saw, whatever platform you're viewing this on, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow all that fun stuff to keep up to date with my trivia streams, fitness streams, as well as game streams. And I'm actually going to be doing a game stream tomorrow. I know it's been a while since I've done one, but I'll be back on my PS4 tomorrow doing a game stream on Twitch. So get amongst that and tune in if you want to hang around. I'm chatty, I'm engaging, and you guys are awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, catch you next week for an exciting session of Trivs at Home. And what is next week? We have spring into fall, so a seasons theme, and then also Disney as well on the following days. So spring into fall, seasons themed, and Disney. So get excited for that, guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you again. Bye. Thank you.